If my code works correctly, you clicking on this video should have added 1 cookie to the video's thumbnail. And then for every other view I get, it should add even more cookies. So you might be thinking, this is completely pointless. Who actually cares how many cookies there are in the thumbnail? Well, you're wrong. I'm going to use this whole idea to make myself YouTube famous. And that's because this little gimmick is going to work. It's going to be bare views because people are going to be clicking it thinking, oh, I'm adding a cookie to the thumbnail. How cool. Then it's going to get so popular that I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast and I'm going to become a self-made millionaire. So cheers, guys. So it's basically 3 parts in making this work. And that is number 1, getting all the data from YouTube's API. And then number 2, editing the thumbnail picture so it matches how many views there are. And then number 3, hosting it online so that it runs indefinitely and it will always work. But let's start with actually trying to get this YouTube API to work. So I've been looking through like the YouTube API documentation. So far it's looking really good. Like, it can do exactly what I want it to do. I think I can use Python with it, which makes it really easy for myself. But then I came across this, which is like selecting what security measures I need. And then if I hover over this one, it's saying it could potentially cost up to $75,000 for it to be verified. And if it's that, then I can't do this. Like, I don't have $75,000 to spend. This might be dead in the waters. I'm not sure. I'm gonna troop on and hopefully it'll be alright. Alright, so the YouTube docs has a sample file for changing a YouTube thumbnail, and it's pretty much ready to go, except I need a video where I can test it. I'm just gonna find like a really weird video. I think I'm just gonna upload that video and have that as a testing one. Alright, so we got our tester video, and then we need a thumbnail file to change it to. Change it to this. It's a good thumbnail if I've ever seen one. I tried running that sample code, and no matter what I did, it just wouldn't work. What do you mean it wasn't found? That's so annoying. Not found? What? Suddenly Python's just deleted or something. Then I realised the next morning, you can't set a thumbnail to be a square image. It's got to be 16 by 9. It's such a great image. I'm just going to do this. Oh, that is alright. And honestly, it just felt like such a stupid mistake. I didn't think that could possibly be the issue. Oh, yes! Please tell me it's done. Oh my gosh. I spent so long doing it last night. Right, so what I've got to do now is be able to get the number of views that the video has, but I feel like that should be a little bit easier. Right, so I found a code snippet for getting like the views. I've just got to integrate it with the code somehow. Okay, so this is like returning all the video data, I think. Statistics, view count says 1. Is there 1 view on the video? There is. Okay, so yeah, I just have to filter it so I can only get this 1 view count. Right, so I've managed to do a few things to filter out that information, and now we've actually got the views. So if I run this, it returns 1, which is a view count. So now that we've actually retrieved how many views there are and we can set the thumbnail, we actually need to create a thumbnail image. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use Photoshop to like create the template for it, and then I'm going to overlay the number of views on top of that using code. And then every time we get a new view, it will create a new thumbnail image and upload that to the site. So I'm thinking I'll literally just make it like a pale blue or something like that. I'm like starting to worry that maybe it doesn't actually make any sense. Like if you see this as a thumbnail on YouTube, are you gonna think add a cookie to the thumbnail? Like it doesn't really make that much sense really. Right, so I'm pretty happy with how the thumbnail is like this. I think it looks pretty good. The only thing I may be thinking is it might be a bit hard to have the text look like this and be a little bit bold, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Yeah, what we've got to do now is we just get rid of this number here. We save this. This will be our template, and then yeah, we just add the number here right over it. Right, so the way that I'm thinking of doing this is I'm going to use Pillow, which is like a Python package for making pictures, and then yeah, just use a text overlay. I've done it before, it shouldn't be that difficult. We just find an article like this to refresh my memory and take their code. Oh, and then we got to put our font file into this directory. And there we go. So around that time, it's outputted this image, and then right at the top, very small, it says sample text. Right, that's a great first start. Obviously we want it way bigger than 16. See what this one does. Yeah, so that's getting closer. So the thing is with the sizing is it's going to have to depend on how big the number is. So obviously when I first upload it and it's going to have like 1 view, then it can be pretty big. And if it gets like 100 views or something, it can be big. If it gets 50 billion views, that's going to be a long ass number, and I'm going to have to shrink it down. But I can do that. That shouldn't be too difficult. It's really just a lot of trial and error. That's pretty close. Sweet. I like that. We want to give it like a bold outline like this. Look at this. Yes, so that's definitely closer to where I want it to be. I'm not sure if you can actually give a font a stroke in this. Pillow now supports text outlines natively in the image draw text method. Oh yeah. Yes! Okay, this is looking really good. Okay, this looks dead on. I love that. So easy when you take all the code from the internet, eh? So yeah, the only other thing really is making it so it's a larger number, a bit smaller. I then went ahead and did just that. If you have a look here, 1,000 fits there, and then 100,000 also fits there, 98,000. So if I put in like 85 and I'll run it, it's just made the thumbnail up there. And that's what it spit out, 85 cookies. Maybe it doesn't look perfect, but you know, 85 is larger, it's centered in the middle. And then equally, if I put 85,000, it'll make it then it fits in there as well. So what I got to do now is I got to take this code here, and then I just got to put it in with the other code where I'm updating the thumbnail and everything like that. So if I could get all this code added together, that would mean it'd basically be finished. It would go to the video, get the views, make the thumbnail, and then upload that thumbnail. This is like the main moment. Okay, so this is the one where it should run. Oh, I'm bloody excited. Number of views, 1. Thumbnail is successfully set. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! So I've got to host it now so we can have it running continuously, and I'm thinking if I use Python Anywhere, then that'll probably be the best way to go because I've used it before. Also, Python Anywhere is free, so it saves me some money. So I then uploaded all the files and edited the code. To be honest, it wasn't a fun process, but I did manage to get it done. Right, I finally managed to host it. It looks like it's all working, just like it was on my computer and everything like that. So realistically, if you go back and check the video now, or maybe leave it a few minutes, it should have updated how many cookies there are in the thumbnail. Unless somehow my code's been messed up or something like that, which honestly, I won't be surprised if that's happened. But for right now, it's working and I'm very happy. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. Bye.